Throughout history, the media has limited women to domestic roles while portraying men as powerful and active individuals in the public sphere. Although feminist movements have questioned these stereotypes, sexist representations are still prevalent today. Issues such as the sexualization of women and the pressure on men to be emotional and strong reveal the impact of gender roles and stereotypes. A documentary examines the place of women in society from a multifaceted perspective, from relationships to politics, from education to business life. It draws attention to the fact that women are imposed the perception that their appearance is an indicator of their value from a young age. This situation leads even successful women to evaluate themselves by appearances and field indicates. Studies show that 78% of 17-year-old girls are unhappy with their bodies and that the rate of depression among women is increasing. Women's political representation in the US is a quite low. While more than 2,300 male governors have been elected, the number of female governors is only 34. In addition, while the number of girls and boys who dream of becoming president is equal to at young age, this dream continues more in men as they get older. Between 1987 and 2005, only 16 films with family protagonists were processed. Most of the characters are in search of love or marriage. While women are generally represented by characters between the ages of 20 and 30, women aged 40 and over, who make up 47% of society, only appear on television 76% of the time. Old perceptions about the roles of women and men persist, raising boys able to express their feelings and transforming perceptions of women and men are great importance for social equality.
Diğer anlamda sizce eşit mi?
Hayır abi, olur mu? Dinde kitapta bile yeri yok abi. Erkek üstün kadından abi. Niye? Biz çalışacağız, kadınlara bakacak abi. Dinde böyle
Kadın
yazıyor.
gibi çalışacak, ben evde oturacağım, ben evde oturup yatacağım, arvat gibi çalışacak, gelecek bana para mı getirecek? Hangi delikanlının kitabını yazıyor?
Gender inequality in women's leadership positions. Women make up only 20% of CEOs in the USA. Women are very few in leadership roles. This is because powerful leaders are often shown as men in the media. 30%. Only 30% of women are in senior management positions. The media shows few women in these roles, and many people think leadership is just for men. 24%. Women hold only 24% of political positions around the world. Only 24 of parliaments have women, which is still very low. Media's influence on girls' body image, the other perspective. 53. 53% of young girls say that the media pressures them to look a certain way. The ideal body image is always shown, which makes girls feel bad about themselves.
Prezervatif.
Aynı şekilde burada.
Neye utandın söylemeye? Prezervatif demeye niye utandın? Tesettürlüyüm diye mi?
Ya ondan değil de ayıp olmasın diye.
Burada ayıp bir şey yapıyorum ben, öyle mi? Sen biliyorsun ne ayıp ne değil. Bir de namusumu koruyorsun.
And also, 69% of women between 18 and 24 say that media made them have a bad body image. This shows that media has a lasting effect on how young women see their bodies. 44% of young girls feels worse about themselves because of the media. Some girls start to have eating disorders or exercise too much to look like the ideal body. Women believe that the way media shows women as objects of man's desire makes young girls think they are only valuable for their looks. This stops women from showing their full potential. 45% of women think that media shows women in a way that makes gender inequality worse. And the last one, 95% of the media mostly shows women as young, thin, and beautiful. Women of different age, size, or cultures are rarely seen. This stops the media from showing a more complete and real picture of women.
Rol her zaman kadının.
Kestik. Burçin figürasyon hazır mı? Hazır hocam. Arkadaşlar şu ışığı biraz kuvvetlendirelim. Hadi arkadaşlar biraz daha hızlı olalım.
Roller çoktan değişti. Peki izlediklerimiz neden değişmesin? Cinsiyetlere dair kalıp yargıları ortadan kaldırmak her şeyden önce fark etmekle başlar.
Sexism and media representation is extremely important for understand gender inequalities and combating sexism. In order to explain why this issue is important, it is necessary to touch on some basic points that stand out. First, the media often puts women and men into certain stereotypes, and these stereotypes reinforce gender inequalities. Sexist representation in the media have significant effect on individual identity development and social relations. TV series, movies, and social media platforms often put women and men into fixed roles. Women are often portrayed as emotional, fragile, caring, or passive figures. For example, in an advertisement or movie, women are seen doing housework, looking after their children, or providing emotional support in a relationship. This representation limits women's power and potential, usually associating them with caring and supportive roles. Women are rarely shown taking on active, leading, or powerful roles. Men, on the other hand, are usually portrayed as strong and leading figures. Such representation ensures strict adherence to gender norms and fosters social inequalities.
Evlenmeden cinsellik olur mu?
Yok.
Siz hiç cinsel ilişkide bulunmadınız mı evlenmeden?
Bulundum.
Peki niçin hayır diyorsunuz?
Erkek.
Erkeklerin
The media affects individuals' body image and self-esteem through sexist representations. Women are often reduced to a thin and flawless appearance. Women who are not represented in this way in the media might feel inadequate. This process can cause many women to change their bodies through methods such as plastic surgery and dieting in order to conform to the beauty standards imposed by the media. Similarly, men may tend to suppress their emotional expressions as they are presented as muscular and dominant figures in the media. This can lead to body image disorders and loss of self-esteem individuals. Finally, teaching the subject of sexism and media representation is important in order to recognize and develop sensitivity to gender inequalities. Sexist representation in the media fit stereotypes and can prevent individuals from accepting their identities in healthy way. Therefore, critical evaluating media content is critical for social change.
Wherever we go in the world, we are confronted with the sexism, especially when it comes to media, television. Women are usually seen as housework, emotional, and powerless, while men, on the contrary, we see them in a strong position as businessmen and leaders. As Jennifer Lopez mentioned in the song, "Come on, woman, we are having a very big problem." Let's listen to that song for a while. I ain't your mama. This has been going on since ancient time. For example, in the 1940 years, the rules for women on dates Where to sit in a manner benefit a woman. How the woman sit. Speak in a way that interests her. But we are human. As for today, we haven't not be able to prevent murders. And one of the criminals got a discount because he wore a tie. We have no place in the business world. In politics. As mentioned in the documentary, you can't be what you don't see, and it diminishes the dreams of you girls. Let's take a look at the signs we see in a Turkish TV series. What a man says. Am I housewife?
Geliyorum. Sofraya topla lütfen. Geç kaldım.
A strong woman gives birth to a strong society. The fact that all of the women we see on the television are in the perception of beauty in its accordance with the ideas of men, and it wears girls and women psychologically. While it leads us more plastic surgery, it also creates psychological disorders. As we see in these movie segments, our girl is trying to beautify herself according to man's taste. It's ridiculous. Actually, she is not aware of her own beauty. What we see on the TV and the social media creates a perception in us and creates a uniform beauty. Every person is special and beautiful. We should be like ourselves, and we are very beautiful and very strong. More exemplary movies and serial should be made. Procedures, my word to you.
Sexism and media, the role of education. Media often shows women as weak and men as strong. These ideas create unfair gender roles. Education can help, especially for children, by teaching equality and critical thinking. Fairy tales also share these ideas. Changing stories to show man and woman as equal can help children see things differently. Documentaries like Misrepresentation show how media limits women's roles. Education can teach people to see this problem and work for a fairer world. Fairy tales and early childhood education. Fighting sexism should start early in life. Fairy tales and stories can play an important role in shaping how children understand social roles and identity. However, traditional fairy tales often reinforce gender stereotypes. For example, princesses are usually passive and waiting to be rescued. Parents are strong and heroic. Villains are often jealous, ugly, older women. These patterns can create unhealthy beliefs about gender roles in children. To address this, we should focus on creating and sharing stories that promote equality. What can be done with fairy tales? Choose fair stories. Select stories where women and men share equal roles or break stereotypes. For example, princess solving problem using her own skills. Rethink traditional tales. Discuss classic fairy tales with children, identify the gendered elements, and imagine new versions together. Teach that emotion and jobs are not gendered. Help children understand that it's okay for boys to cry or for girls to lead. Books and films to explore. To learn more about this topic, here are some books and films for children and adults. Books: The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf. Gender and the Media by Rosalinda Gill. Bir Kabusa Dalmak by Ayça Kavraz. Masal içinde by Ahmet Tümet. Films and documentaries: Misrepresentation, Hidden Figures, The Handmaid's Tale, and Camdan Kalp.